Subcontracting issues in construction companies of Gaza Strip. Abstract. This subcontracting is a common and well-established practice in the Palestinian construction industry. They are very important to the successful completion of most construction projects. Contractors enlist the services of subcontractors to achieve specific objectives, including obtaining cost and time reductions, securing access to specialized services, and risk sharing. A literature review highlights most issues related with subcontracting include the process of selecting subcontractors, payment issues, safety issues, productivity issues, insurance issues, and quality issues. A questionnaire survey was administered to subcontractors, general contractors to investigate these issues and to determine the differences in perceptions between the parties. A 78 questionnaire was distributed as follows: 46 to contractors and 32 to subcontractors. 72 questionnaires were received, 90%, as follows: 44, 61.1%, from contractors, 28, 38.9%, from subcontractors. The results reveal the widespread use of subcontracting in the construction industry in Gaza Strip, primarily done to save time and money, and the results indicate that, 1. The practices of selection and payments must be done prior to qualifying subcontractors. 2. Quality, productivity, and safety issues are adequate from the viewpoint of general contractors. 3. General contractor should covers the subcontractor in insurance issues and compensate them. The study recommended several actions to improve subcontracting practices in the construction industry in Gaza Strip. Keywords: construction projects, subcontractors, practices, Gaza Strip. Introduction. Subcontracting is a common practice in the construction industry. On any particular project, it allows general contractors to utilize a minimum workforce in construction projects and encourage specialization. General contractors may rely on many subcontractors to perform specific tasks on their projects such as construction works, electrical works, plumbing works, roofing, insulation, and so on. 1. Ref 2 sees the subcontractor as a specialist hired by the main contractor to perform specific tasks on a project as part of the overall contract. Ref 3 illustrated that the importance of the subcontractors is due to that approximately 80% of the dollar value of construction is implemented by subcontractors. Although general contractors are commonly known to sublet portions of their work, subcontractors also sublet a portion of their contract to other specialized companies. Thus the process of subcontracting is an efficient and economical means of accessing necessary resources for. Nowadays, subcontracting has become a very common practice on many construction projects due to increased complexity of these projects. However, main contractors should be aware of the risks of subcontracting, such as bad performance of the subcontractors and the shortage of experienced workers. Construction industry plays a major role in development and achievement the goals of society. So the prime contractors rely heavily on the specialized services of subcontractors to reduce costs and increase efficiency on construction projects. Through their specialized services, subcontractors execute specific tasks that prime contractors could not perform efficiently. 5. A series of study has been done to enhance the subcontracting practice, such as bidding practices of subcontractors in Colorado. 6. Ref 47 discussed issues involved in subcontracting practices and improvement. In the paper 8 discussed improving subcontractor selection process in construction projects. In 9, studied in their paper about safety performance of subcontractors in the Palestinian construction industry, and they identified, evaluated, and ranked factors that influence safety performance of subcontractors in Palestine. The relationship between contractors and their subcontractors in the Gaza Strip. 10,11. Subcontracting practices in the construction industry of Pakistan and factors influencing subcontractor selection in construction projects respectively. 12,13. The impacts of applying the multi-layer chain subcontracting system on project management performance with reference to Hong Kong construction industry. 14,15. In addition, an empirical analysis of the choices made by Japanese firms with respect to subcontracting status. 16. The practice of multilayer subcontracting in Malaysian construction industry. 17. In the Palestinian construction industry, subcontracting practices are extensively used in all construction projects, but in recent years, the construction sector has been severely affected by the Palestinian division and the recurrent wars in the Gaza Strip, which in turn led to closures and severe restrictions on the movement of individuals and goods from and to the Gaza Strip, especially construction materials, which led to a significant reduction in trade, investment, and employment. So, subcontractor. The issues regarding subcontracting are seldom acknowledged and addressed. A little research effort has been done to investigate the subcontracting common practices of Gaza Strip contracting companies. Therefore, it is important to explore and evaluate these practices under specific conditions. The aim of this research to investigate the local issue subcontracting practices in contracting comprise in Gaza Strip, identify the major problem areas and explore the overall satisfaction with subcontractor practice in Gaza Strip. In addition, improve practices of subcontractors in construction industry in Gaza Strip regarding issues related to selection, payment, safety, productivity, quality, and insurance. 2. Research methodology. The research is conducted through the following stages. The researchers will review the relevant literature on the subject regarding subcontracting practices in the construction industry of Gaza Strip, regarding issue related to selection, payment, safety, productivity, quality, and insurance. It will take the form of structured questionnaire with experts in the field of subcontracting practices in the construction industry of Gaza Strip. Those experts will include projects managers, contractors, and subcontractors. This pilot study will be the pre-stage to develop the final form of questionnaire. In this stage of the pilot study, there will be an amendment, modifications, omission, addition, or developments of the questionnaire to be ready for the final stage of distribution. After the development of questionnaire based on the structured interview and pilot studies, the questionnaire will be distributed among the contractors and subcontractors in this field to obtain their perspectives regarding the mentioned aspects of the subcontracting practices in the construction industry of Gaza Strip. Statistical analysis and tests will be conducted by using SPSS program. It is expected that the study will provide some clarifications for the different aspects of the subcontracting practices in the construction industry of Gaza Strip. The main source of input data to this research is the data gathered from literature and through the questionnaire surveys that distributed to construction companies holding a valid registration from the Contractors Union within the Gaza Strip. The study is limited to Gaza Strip contracting companies that are classified as first, second, third, fourth, and fifth categories, which have a valid registration in PCU. As such, the size of population for all categories is 303 companies. 78 copies of the questionnaire were distributed to contractors and subcontractors in Gaza Strip. 72 questionnaires were answered and received, which represents 90% response rate as shown in Table 1. In order to be able to select the appropriate method of analysis, the level of measurement must be understood. For each type of measurement, there is /r an appropriate method /s that can be applied and not others. In this research, ordinal scales were used. Ordinal scale is a ranking or a rating data that normally uses integers in ascending or descending order. The numbers assigned to the important 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 do not indicate that the interval between scales are equal, nor do they indicate absolute quantities. They are merely numerical labels. Based on Likert scale we have the following in the Table 2. The distribution of the responses obtained in the two surveys administered to general contractors and subcontractor. Fortunately, the response rate was 61.1% for contractors and 38.9% for subcontractors as shown in Table 3. Also, the table illustrates the year of experience of respondents. 13.9% from the respondents have years of experience less than 5 years, 29.2% from the respondents have years of experience 5 to 10 years, 36.1% from the respondents have years of experience 11 to 20 years and 20.8% from the respondents have years of experience more than 20 years. However, the table is noticed that 29.2% of the respondents have executed projects with a value less than $250,000, 20.8% between $250,000, less than $500,000, 25% from $500,000 to less than $1 million, and 25% more than $1 million. In addition, the table shows the number of employees, permanent, in the company. It shows that 19.4% of the responded companies have number of employees less than 5 employees, 36.1% of them have 6 to 10, 16.7% of them have 11 to 20 and 27.8% of them have more than 20 employees. In other hand, the type of work and classification of the respondents' contracting companies is presented in Fig. 1 and 2. 3. Results analysis. 3.1 Subcontracting practices. 3.1.1 The reasons for the use of subcontracting. Table 4 shows the opinions of the respondents about the reason of subcontracting to wait. The respondents rank save time and reduce risk are the two highest reasons for using subcontracting, which save time might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 80%, and reduce risk might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 74.4%. On the other hand, it is shown that the lack of specialized skills in the company and traditional are the two lowest reasons for using subcontracting, which lack of specialized skills in the company might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 69.4%, and traditional might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 67.8%. 3.2.1 Subcontractor Selection Process. Table 5 shows that respondents rank the ability to get the job done on time and experience in the construction industry laws are the two highest items of subcontractor selection process practice, which the ability to get the job done on time might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 85.6%, and the ability to get the job done on time might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 79.2%. On the other hand, it is shown that the flexibility and cooperation in the event of delay and personal relationships are the two lowest items of subcontractor selection process practice, which flexibility and cooperation in the event of delay might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 70.8%, and personal relationships might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 64.4%. Table point 6 shows that the respondent opinions about improvement of subcontractor selection process practice, the results indicates that must be done prior to qualifying subcontractors might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 78.9%, and must submit a quote for subcontractors to contractors during the period specified key might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 77.8%. On the other hand, it is shown that the union contractors should reduce post the winners in the previous bidding and experience in the construction industry laws are the two lowest ways to improve the subcontractor selection process, which union contractors should reduce post the winners in the previous bidding might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 70.6%, and no need to improve the practice might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 51.4%. 3.2.2 Payments Issues. Table point 7 shows that the dues pay subcontractors on time between the parties is the highest item for payments issues, which might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 82.5%. It's because of the nature of the political and economic situation in Gaza Strip that leads to delays in payments to main contractors. On the other hand, it is shown that the subcontractor shall submit bank guarantees items and bookings to cover any disruption in payments is the lowest item for payments issues, which might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 71.7%. Table point 8 shows that the respondent opinions about improvement of payments issues practice, the results indicates that subcontractor should negotiate with the general contractor on how payments before signing the contract might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 88.3%, and owner should pay for general contractors on time might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 83.1%. On the other hand, it is shown that the subcontractor should submit higher price to cover the losses from delayed payments and no need to improve the practice are the two lowest ways to improve the payments issues practice, which subcontractor should submit higher price to cover the losses from delayed payments might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 67.5%, and no need to improve the practice might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 50.8%. 3.2.3 Safety Issues. Table point 9 shows that the subcontractors adhere to safety procedures in the workplace is the highest item for safety issues with percent weight, 81.7%. On the other hand, it is shown that the general contractors consider subcontractors' safety performance before they enter into a subcontracting agreement is the lowest item for safety issues with percent weight, 79.7%. Table point 10 shows that the respondent opinions about improvement of safety issues practice, the results indicates that general contractor should provide full-time safety director might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 86.4%, and subcontractor should create safe work environment might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 74.4%. On the other hand, it is shown that the Ministry of Labor should clearly define the subcontractor responsibility for safety and no need to improve the practice are the two lowest ways to improve the safety issues practice, which Ministry of Labor should clearly define the subcontractor responsibility for safety might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 81.1%, and no need to improve the practice might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 43.6%. 3.2.4 Productivity Issues. Table 11 shows that the respondent opinions about the factors that lead to low productivity of subcontractors. The findings indicated that lack of equipment and machines might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 86.4%, and lack of materials might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 74.4%. The lack of materials and equipments due to the political conditions that the Gaza Strip suffers from a siege and closure that prevents the entry of certain equipment and materials to the local market. On the other hand, it is shown that the lack of control of workers and supervision are the two lowest items of productivity issues practice, which lack of control of workers might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 81.1%, and supervision might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 43.6%. Table point 12 shows that the respondent opinions about improvement of productivity issues practice, the results indicates that organized worksites might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 89.2%, and motivate workers might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 84.4%. On the other hand, it is shown that the subjecting workers to vocational training and no need to improve the practice are the two lowest ways to improve the subcontractor selection process, which subjecting workers to vocational training might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 76.4%, and no need to improve the practice might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 41.9%. 3.2.5 Quality issues. Table 13 shows that the main contractor takes into account the standards and specifications required for quality is the highest item for quality issues with percent weight, 80.8%. The importance of this factor is because the commitment of the contractors to the standards and specifications required for quality of the project make it easier for the subcontractor and manager to control and manage them correctly. On the other hand, it is shown that the subcontractor takes into account the price at the expense of quality is the lowest item for safety issues with percent weight, 61.9%. Table point 14 shows that the respondent opinions about improvement of quality issues practice, the results indicates that the use of skilled labor might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 87.8%, and quality workmanship might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 85.6%. On the other hand, it is shown that the higher contract price and no need to improve the practice are the two lowest ways to improve the quality issues practice, which higher contract price might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 67.2%, and no need to improve the practice might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 47.5%. 3.2.6 Insurance issues. Table point 15 shows that the general contractors shift insurance responsibility to subcontractors is the highest item for insurance issues with percent weight, 76.7%. On the other hand, it is shown that the general contractors shift insurance responsibility to subcontractors is the lowest item for insurance issues with percent weight, 60.3%. Table 16 shows that the respondent opinions about improvement of insurance issues practice, the results indicates that responding to insurance issues might occupy the first rank with percent weight, 83.3%, and should provide additional insurance for subcontractors might occupy the second rank with percent weight, 77.8%. On the other hand, it is shown that the avoid compensate subcontractors widely and no need to improve the practice are the two lowest ways to improve the avoid compensate subcontractors widely might occupy the penultimate rank with percent weight, 58.3%, and no need to improve the practice might occupy the last rank with percent weight, 42.2%. For conclusion, the focal point of this study was to investigate and examine the subcontracting practices in constructing companies in Gaza Strip. Furthermore, to improve the existing subcontracting practices were identified 6 issues: subcontractor selection process, payments issues, safety issues, productivity issues, quality issues, and insurance issues. From the study, save time and reduce risk for the project are the important reasons for using of subcontracting between contractor and subcontractor. Moreover, subcontractor selection process consider the ability to get the job done on time, must be done prior to qualifying subcontractors, estrangement on flexibility and cooperation in the event of delay. Therefore, the owners and contractors should pay dues on time, subcontractor should create safe work environment and organize work sites. The main contractor must be taken into account the standards and specifications required for quality.